44 degrees, dry and clear at MetLife Stadium in the New Jersey Meadowlands as the New York Jets take the field. And quarterback Tim Boyle will make his first start as a Jet against MVP candidate Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins on this Black Friday special on Prime Video. Al Michaels with Kirk Herbstreit, Kaylee Hartime. For the long-suffering Jets fan base, they had Super Bowl dreams until the fourth play of the season when Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. So here we are. The team is 4-6. Their playoff hopes are hanging by a thread. They start a career backup quarterback today in place of Zach Wilson and Tim Boyle. So tell me, it begs the question, how does a team averaging 15 points a game, the Jets, beat a team averaging 31 points a game?
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm asking you if there's a chance.
Well, I think the big thing is, Al, that Boyle comes in not to save the day and throw for 300 yards. Just be able to run an efficient offense. They need to rely on their defense and special teams and turnover margin. Doesn't have to be pretty, but just be effective and be decisive and just clean up the operation. That could give them a chance to win this game.
So the Jets go up against a team that's as entertaining as any team in the league. They're like a track meet, speed everywhere on offense. The defense seems to be coming together. 10 games in your eyes, how do they stack up?
I think anybody who watches football across the entire league, you can't help but be impressed by the speed. The quarterback right now, Tua Tagovailoa, executing at MVP level. And I think with Vic Fangio in his first year, the defense looks like it's getting better and better. So it all looks good. But this is a tricky game for them. A divisional opponent on the road. They need to show some maturity and take care of business.
Happy day after.
Yeah.
The acid's kicking in. So let's have a blast. It's the Jets and the Dolphins on this Black Friday Prime Special. A lot of buzz around this one.
It's a lot to be excited about.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Sauce Gardner.
Tua Tagovailoa put it right on the money.
Touchdown, Matt Gilbert and Gilbert. Another interception for Darrell Revis. Touchdown, Larry Vaga. Marino Hayes, touchdown. They all snap.
I think we're going to win next Sunday.
The Jets are champions of the football world.
I see a red door and I want it painted black.
Ways to watch today include our Prime Vision with Next Gen Stats broadcast featuring player tracking and defensive alerts. You can also watch along with Dude Perfect or in Spanish with Black Friday Football and Espanol. To the field we go, and to Kaylee Hartong. Kaylee.
Hey Al, Tyreek Hill asked himself, how can I become one of the best receivers of all time? He was coming off of a 1,700-yard campaign, and with Calvin Johnson holding the single-season record at 1,964, he thought this offseason 2,000. That was the mark he wanted to hit, and every day since, he told me he's woken up telling himself he is going to break this record and achieve his goal. Now 10 games in, he is on pace to do both, and he is determined to play through the pain he says he is feeling in his right hand today after injuring it Sunday. He told me it hurts real bad when he tries to catch a football. That hand is still swollen, and yet he does not expect it to limit him tonight, saying, once the adrenaline begins to run, I'll probably forget all about it.
Yeah, always a lot of fun to watch. Hurt his hand last week, but none the worse for wear. There are the standings right now. Dolphins have already had their bye. The Bills haven't. 7-3 are Miami, Buffalo 6-5. Jets are 4-6. So it's never do or die really until you're dead, but it's pretty close today. Beautiful day in the Meadowlands. Jets will get the ball. Miami won the toss. They've deferred. Jason Sanders to kick off. Xavier Gibson back to receive for New York. And off we go on Black Friday from the Meadowlands, starting at the 25-yard line, and immediately we will see the new Jets quarterback. Tim Boyle went to Connecticut for 3 years, college football, then went to Eastern Kentucky for 1. Been around in Green Bay for 3 years, backed up Aaron Rodgers, went to Detroit, played 3 games when Jared Goff got hurt, went to Chicago at the end of last year, came here, and here he is. Something new, something different. Can he give them a spark? Breece Hall is the running back. he goes nowhere against that Dolphin defense. That's Bradley Chubb right there making the stop. We were talking to Robert Saleh about the quarterback change and all of that. He says, hey, maybe he's the next Kurt Warner. They can only pray.
Yeah, exactly. I think for fans that aren't familiar with him, and many aren't, he brings poise. I think what you saw last week is when they throw the ball, one of the problems with Zach Wilson is he held the ball too long. A lot of sacks, a lot of turnovers. I think tonight it's just about cleaning things up, and when they do throw, get the ball out of his hands, especially against this Dolphins defense.
So the Jets now backup quarterbacks on the sideline. Nice run here out to the 32-yard line. Setting up a 3rd down and 2. And Jerome Baker is a little slow in arising and hops back to the defensive huddle. 3rd down.
Think about this. It's an offense that has scored 1 touchdown in the last 46 possessions. So for Tim Boyle tonight, it's, again, showing poise and making good decisions.
So Aaron Rodgers on the sideline.
Let's go, Oklahoma!
They do a lot of the Jets games since the injury. 3rd and 2. They go no huddle here. And you've got a flag and a free play. And the pass is caught up at the 37-yard line. So either way, they were going to wind up with a 1st down here because Bradley Chubb came across the line.
Yeah, showing that experience with Aaron Rodgers. You know, they used that hard count at a great time there on 3rd down and short.
So with Aaron, he was in Green Bay 3 years. 2 of those with Nathaniel Hackett, who's his offensive coordinator now with the Jets. John Hussey is our referee.
That 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
And honestly, I think that's why he's on the roster. You know, Nathaniel Hackett's background and experience with him in those couple years in Green Bay and his familiarity with the scheme. That's the thing that I think will be different to fans watching is he has command of the offense because of his time in Green Bay. He's a guy that even when he was the 3rd guy this year, he's showing up at 6 in the morning, always prepping and always showing up and doing the right thing.
And speaks glowingly of his time with Rodgers. Play action, pass is high and incomplete there, intended for Jeremy Ruckert. So for Boyle, there they are in Green Bay. You know, it's funny because you look at, and again, another shot, Rodgers, Hackett, and Boyle. We told you before, went to Connecticut, and his statistics in college were awful. The other day, in his words, he said they're piss poor, and they're worse than that. But he got a chance.
He had a great pro day, he said. Green Bay happened to be there, and they invited him in.
They did. Brees Hall is the running back, and he gets corralled behind the line of scrimmage. Jalen Phillips, number 15, is right there. That Dolphin defense, which, of course, was paling in comparison to the offense early in the season, but now really starting to come on.
Yeah, Vic Fangio, one thing you always think about is having great outside linebackers, and he's got Chubb on one side and Phillips on the other, and we always equate great outside backers in this scheme with their ability to rush the quarterback. But Vic Fangio quickly to point out how good these guys are at setting that edge. A great example there by Phillips.
So 5 wide, including Dalvin Cook, who is in the game. 4-man rush. Boyle throws, caught up at the 40-yard line, but well shy of the 1st down. Garrett Wilson making the catch there. So they picked up a 1st down off the penalty and now have to punt.
Keep in mind, we're going to talk so much about Boyle, but Robert Saleh also talking to us on the field before the game. This offensive line, and we'll talk more about it. It has been, you know, a revolving door, having their 8th different offensive line combination today. So when they get in 3rd and long, they're in big trouble protecting the